I wish that I could have knocked him out at the start, but as we saw, he came to my ears and whispered, "Please be easy on me." He thought I'm Mike Tyson and I will follow his script 40 seconds after I broke the clown's jaw. We are boxers, not content creators. I wish that I could have knocked him out at the start, but as we saw, I didn't want to put him down early. You all know I was handcuffed. I don't want to say anything that I will be regretting in the future, but all I can say now is the first 20 seconds was enough for me to end Jake Paul.
It's like this is the clearest fixed fight you're ever gonna see. Look at this guy holding his hands up and watch. Look at that. He literally shows him his chin, and he goes down. It's so fake. Look at, he's got nothing. It's like a guy who just learned boxing.
The day after I woke up and told my wife, "Why did I do that?" I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on. I remember one thing. I had a very hard moment in that part of my life, but I assure you, in that age, I could have put that clown in the first round, but I sold my soul. And I'm
a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're gonna fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division.
I keep replaying it in my head, and every replay makes it worse. Because this wasn't just a fighter getting hurt, this was a business model crashing into reality at full speed. And when that happens, truth doesn't come first. Leverage does. You can feel that protection happening right now in what isn't being said. If everything were clean, there'd be no hesitation, no hedging, no carefully crafted statements. Instead, there's noise, loud noise, meant to drown out the quiet questions that refuse to disappear.
That guy did great for someone who's been boxing for less than a decade. He has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury that were legitimate world-class boxers.
I don't even remember what happened in the Tommy Fury.
He lost a close decision, but it was a good fight. It was a good fight, though.
Here's the uncomfortable truth. Jake Paul didn't build a boxing career. He built a controlled environment. And controlled environments only survive until someone refuses to play along. Joshua refusing wasn't heroic. It was normal. And normal is lethal to a system built on exceptions. The moment Joshua treated him like any other opponent, the experiment collapsed. That tells you everything this really was.
Oh no, I don't remember the fight that much. I'm kind of blanked out a little. Listen, know what I remember? Coming back from the first round, and then the next day I remember Jake is doing some kind of, I don't know, what was he doing at the ring?
Oh yeah, a little bow at the end, he bowed.
And that's the last thing I remember. But the day after the fight, the day after I woke up and told my wife, "Why did I do that?" I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on.
What did you think of Jake's power, man, when you were in there?
I don't remember it, but my body was really sore. Yeah, my body, my chest, my stomach and stuff was really sore.
People keep calling it bravery. And sure, stepping into the ring takes courage. But bravery without wisdom is liability. And liability gets insured. Fighters don't. That's where things feel wrong. Someone approved this knowing the gap, knowing the risk, knowing the outcome was possible. And where approval exists, responsibility exists. That responsibility is being dodged right now. You can hear it every time the conversation shifts from judgment back to toughness.
He's also nuts, right? Just the fact that he's willing to fight the two-time heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist, a guy who's gigantic in his prime, built like a Greek god. And you're going to stand, and he's a one-punch killer, and you're going to stand in front.
Joe Rogan touched on something important after Joshua's performance. The injury matters, but the precedent matters more. Once a brand tests itself against elite violence, the result can't be unseen. Every future influencer fight now lives in Joshua's shadow, and that shadow is unforgiving. Promoters know it too. They lost plausible deniability. The ceiling isn't unknown anymore. We saw it. It's concrete. And someone hit it headfirst.
It's you could only take so much. And at a certain, like that one that he got from Joshua, say if you have like a punch card, you have like so many punches that you can get in your life, which I believe you do. I believe there's a certain number. That one was like 10 bunches. That was like, there was a lot of concussions in that one punch.
Sure.
That was real damage.
What bothers me most isn't the knockout, it's how predictable the fallout was. Boxing history is full of moments where entertainment went too far and paid later. It always starts the same: laughter, curiosity, concern, then regret. And right now, we're between concern and regret. That's when stories change. Timelines get rewritten. I don't believe anyone involved was naive. That's insulting. These are professionals. They understand force, damage, and risk. Which means this gamble was intentional. And intentional gambles imply expected losses. The question is, who was supposed to lose? Because it was never meant to look this final. And that gap between expectation and reality is where truth leaks out. The Tyson angle still lingers with me. Memory loss isn't a throwaway line, it's a flare. Flares aren't accidental. Whether physical, psychological, or something deeper, it added unease that never got resolved, just buried under hype. Joshua's knockout dug that grave back up. And once graves reopen, people start asking who put the body there.
In pain?
Yeah, but it's not from like talking.
Talk to me about what your jaw feels like, because you got
It's like a baseball in there.
two plates?
It just feels like
4 titanium plates.
Fans underestimate how much this shook fighters behind the scenes. Pros don't see drama, they see timing, distance, intent. What they saw was someone realizing too late that the rules had changed. And that realization is terrifying because it means the safety net was imaginary. Imaginary safety nets end careers. Rogan's tone changed for a reason. Not morality, recognition. He's seen enough damage to know when something stops being sport and starts being a warning. His call to retire wasn't about Jake Paul. It was about preventing the next headline. And don't think that headline wasn't already imagined by people in suits. Worst-case scenarios are their job. What we're watching now is reputation management in real time. Calm on the surface, panic underneath. Because if this were straightforward, clarity would be easy. Instead, everything feels filtered, negotiated, layered, and that's never a good sign. Joshua wasn't a villain or a hero. He was an accelerant. He didn't create the problem, he exposed it early. And exposure removes control. Control was the real currency here. Control over opponents, narratives, outcomes. Joshua took that control away with one punch. And control is never surrendered quietly.
I'm just hoping after this Floyd fight, maybe we can have a rematch. He did well, but I want to try it again.
Is that something that you would be interested in terms of righting the wrong and not the
I would be interested. Yes, I would. I would be interested in that.
Some will say this is just boxing. Injuries happen. Move on. That's lazy. Context matters. This context was soaked in marketing that promised legitimacy without earning it. And when marketing outruns reality, someone pays the difference. This time, the bill came due in bone and metal, and now it's being passed around, hoping someone else picks it up. I don't think Jake Paul is evil. I think he's a product. And products get pushed until they break. When they do, manufacturers blame users blame environments, and environments blame chance. But chance doesn't schedule fights. People do. And decisions have consequences, even when nobody wants to own them. A chilling effect is coming. Fighters will hesitate. Commissions will ask harder questions. Insurers will raise eyebrows. Easy money won't look so easy anymore. And when the money dries up, loyalty disappears. Praise quietly turns into distance. Fans aren't stupid. They enjoy spectacle, but they respect authenticity. Joshua delivered that in its rawest form. And once fans taste it again, it's hard to sell them something watered down. That line has been redrawn, permanently. What stays with me isn't the punch. It's the pause afterward. That collective moment when everyone realized something irreversible had happened. Irreversible moments don't get erased by spin. They just sit there, getting heavier. So yeah, this opinion is messy, uneasy, unresolved. Because that's how this feels. And until we get honesty instead of choreography, this story will keep mutating. And cracks don't heal on their own. They spread. And right now, it feels like we're standing on something that hasn't finished breaking.